Welcome to StarGeekz. Welcome back like a at. This is Sean.
And this is Ed.
And oh man, Ed, it was a nice Star Wars week. It was let's say it's nice Star Wars week, but it was a good surprise. It was nice to see finally get a trailer for something. Nice to see the Bad Batch. We're gonna review that as well. I wish Lil was here to talk about it this time around.
I thought about him the whole time with this episode because we know how much he loves filler content.
Oh my god,
that's what we got.
It was a filler. It was a filler, but we did this week, and now we are going to do a reaction video as well that will drop probably tonight as well. But we want to talk about Acolyte, and we got a trailer this week. We got a poster this week. We got stills this week. So we want to break it down just a little bit to talk about it. I mean, honestly, it was. I mean, I'll ask you right away. What did you think about it first? Let's.
So it was a surprise. I mean, I'm glad it dropped because it was a very light news this week for Star Wars. But
yeah. You know what? There is, before we start that, there is some toy news, but we'll talk about that after you make your comment. I'm sorry.
But I was excited to see it come out. This was probably one that I was very much looking forward to, given what we thought it was going to be. I was super excited. It gave me chills. There wasn't a whole lot of content, but it was just enough. And this is a whole new time frame in Star Wars. It's very fresh. So I can't wait to kind of tap into that and see what they do with it.
I agree, man. Like I'm very excited for a different era of Star Wars, to not talk about the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some good stuff in here. I mean, the trailer looked really good. I mean, we're going to dip into some screenshots of it. We're just going to start off right away. Fuck it. Because honestly, I think we're more excited about that.
And that poster is so cool.
It is a really good fucking poster. Really, really good. Like very dark too.
Oh yeah. Like
the blood is it? To me, it's like blood running down a fucking lightsaber. I was like, oh man, that is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Synopsis was: a former Padawan reunites with her Jedi master to investigate a series of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than ever. Whatever. Yeah. A former Padawan reunites with her Jedi master. I'm confused on this one.
It doesn't
seem like what they're saying in this. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I mean, and again, we're all speculation at this point from what we've seen in the trailer. We get this, and we can walk through it because they give us that opening piece where you see. Well, I almost want to start off with talking about the time period, because this is the High Republic.
Right.
So you're talking about a period in the Star Wars lore that takes place, they say, between 500 years prior to BBY, the Battle of Yavin, because that's kind of like the central point they measure everything against, up into 100 years prior. Now, this is supposed to be at the very end of it. So only 100 years or so before Phantom Menace and the time period we're familiar with.
Right.
So this is when the Jedi are at their peak. It's very peaceful. They are the true guardians of justice in the Republic. So they're at the top of their game. And if we go with what Kai Adimundi said on the Jedi Council, he makes the comment that the Sith have been extinct for a millennium. So the Jedi think that, we're it. There's nothing there. Right. So this is kind of the beginning of what we think is the dark lead up to the Sith revealing themselves somewhat, but not truly until Phantom Menace.
So let me ask you a question. What Sith Lord do you think we're going to get? Or is this will this be just a Sith Lord by itself?
I don't know. I don't know where that fits in the timeline, because we know that, the Jedi, at least from what I recall, the Jedi and the Sith were all one. And then they had a schism to where the Sith kind of went off, and we get the whole battles that take place, and then at some point, Bane, I believe, is the one who institutes the rule of two.
Right. So is that before or after? I guess
So
it's
this the rule of two is in place at this point. So they're there, but then we have no idea what's going on. Now we get what we think is the one Padawan learner, or I guess she's not really even a Padawan yet. This is just a youngling, where they're talking about their feelings, and I feel balance, I feel peace, and she's like, I feel fire. Like, wait, that's a little dark. So we assume that this is a flashback moment.
right.
This kind of is before she goes, and
This is our assassin May. This is May. This is like
Yes.
the character played by the girl who plays Rue in Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot her name. So this is her character in purple.
I love the look too.
I love the look too, dude. It's so light and dark. Like it's just a different time. God,
Things are cleaner.
yeah.
I mean, it's still lived in, but look, everybody's wearing brighter colors. They're much happier. This doesn't have that kind of depression era feel like during the reign of the Empire,
Right.
because everybody's under the heel of the Empire. It's like, oh, life is great.
Yeah. And then we go back to this character's name is Jedi Master Soul. So I don't know. He's played by a guy who was in
from Squid Games.
Squid Games. Yes. I mean, good Jedi kids training scene, I assume. They're all younglings. Younglings have to get tested and all that good stuff. So this is I don't know what moment this is in this part, but I'm assuming that I think from the story, I think that these younglings will go to discover their kyber crystals, and then one is going to find out that they are not. And I know from the Clone Wars is that these younglings go off and they go see, and they go look for their kyber crystal, but if they don't find their kyber crystal, they're removed from the Jedi Order.
Yeah,
So
it's a pass fail moment.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that is what's going to happen in this situation, because this is I would assume that this is the character right here, as she says again. She says fire. So how do you feel? How do you feel about the aliens?
Well, I like having the different alien species in here. One of the things that drove me crazy when we got to the sequel trilogy was that they were all brand new aliens. And I feel like that the Star Wars universe is fairly well known. So while I have no problem if they want to exercise their creative talents and give us a couple new ones, I want to see a lot of familiar faces. So like the one in the background here, we've seen that alien species before. The one in the foreground here, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like seeing them. I just want to see a lot of familiar ones like Aqualish and Rhodians and things like that.
And I'm gonna jump to Star Wars .com because they have some other stills. And I think we really want to talk about some of these, but the same still that you had. Again, going into a cantina bar scene. I thought the aliens in there were really cool looking.
Yeah.
Then Carrie Ann Moss, you see her character.
Trinity.
Yeah, which is dope as shit. Like I think it's nice to see her in the Star Wars universe. I think
Absolutely.
That's cool, then we get to see the same character fighting Trinity. And when they was fighting and she was like she wasn't doing every counter, she was like boom, boom, boom. I was like, God dang, like every counter she was trying to hit her with, it didn't have. Now, what I've heard that knife she has can kill a Jedi. Now, we've seen this before in the Force Awakens or the last what was it? Last Jedi, or was it the Last Jedi? I think that remember Ray was looking for that a knife like that.
Yeah.
So
Like an old artifact.
yeah, an
Yes.
old artifact. So apparently, I assume she has no lightsaber. She has nothing at all, and she's going around
No.
killing Jedi.
Well, and again,
Our
if
assumption is that's what our assumption is.
well, they make the comment in the trailer that somebody's killing Jedi, which you would imagine is unheard of. Like
Right.
again, the Jedi are at their peak of their power, so nobody touches the Jedi.
Right.
So for them to be killed off is a serious piece of information going on in the galaxy. Now, when we were talking about the lightsabers, do you think that we're going to get any familiar characters? Because there are some that will be alive in this time period.
I mean, I would assume we're gonna get Master Yoda. Like
We would just assume a younger version of him, and then when you're
oh,
talking about the sabers, Hu Yang.
wait, Ed, a younger Master Yoda. I mean,
Not that much younger, but still, he's going to be
young enough.
100 years younger.
Yeah.
So now I would like to see him, but I don't need him to talk. I just would like to see him in the background. Just again, give context. So they're showing something in the Jedi Temple, and to see him walking with another would be fantastic for me.
What is his name in the High Republic?
Master Yoda?
No, not. I'm sorry, the Wookiee. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but I loved seeing a Wookiee in Jedi robes.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
So cool.
I don't know his name. It's Boryaga. Apparently, that's the only Wookiee that I know that I see is that's in here, Boryaga, and that's in Star Wars High Republic books. So I'm assuming that's canon. So I'm assuming that this is that character.
We will find out.
We got to find out. We don't know, but apparently it is awesome though to see a Wookiee as a fucking Jedi, dude. So awesome. And then here's more Jedi. Now, this is the funny part. This is a younger master. He looks older in the other, or this is the same one. I don't know. I'm trying to analyze this shit. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing. Not with this short trailer. I mean, this could be all over the timeline.
Yeah,
but it looks good.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful. What else? Let's go. Keep moving those screenshots. Again,
yeah, the fight scene.
Carrie-Anne Moss pausing that thing in midair was just nice.
And that's one of the parts, I never thought of until we saw this. If you think of the Jedi as these monk-like, I don't know if you want to, I don't want to say cult because there's a cultish feel to it. But since they're so defensive, they would have some kind of Shaolin type moves, and they would be all defensive moves. And the fact that they can foresee, which again is part of Anakin when he's pod racing, like you can kind of see things before they happen. They would be amazing martial artists.
That's the beautiful thing. I wish that they would have. I kind of wish I wish Star Wars would have kind of played into that a little bit more, because even George Lucas used like what the samurai. He used like what the Seven Samurai or some shit like that.
Oh
like,
yeah, all the Kurosawa was.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't in what the prequels and even in the original, like there was none of that kind of shit. So to see it here to be played out is kind of fucking awesome. It's really cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I there's some people that's poo-pooing it, but I'm like, I'm cool.
Whatever.
With this, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Pushing on. This character.
Yes. I know I read something to where I don't know if you saw the same thing, that some sort of witch.
Yes. Now I would assume she's not a Night Sister, but
no, and I know that she makes the comment about the power and who wields the power. And that was one of the other things that I'd heard was it's not so much light and dark. It's, should Jedi have this power? Is it too much for individuals to have?
It would be kind of dope if she was a night sister, though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hey, they had to start somewhere. Who knows?
I know. That's why I'm kind of like, is she a night sister? Like, who knows? But I don't know. It's kind of cool though. I'm loving every element. I'm assuming this is a young Padawan running through the forest.
And again, is this the same character with the fire?
I actually can say the braids. You can see the braids right there.
Yeah.
And the little girl's running. I'm assuming this is the same character. Fire.
Is this what she foresaw?
Yeah. This is her in her robes. Old samurai look too, right?
Yep.
Really, really cool, man. Like really, really cool.
And then of course this who is it?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I even tried to get in close. Can't tell. Can't tell. Cannot tell. I have no idea. Darth Bane? Who knows? We shall see. Really cool characters.
Yeah. And that's the girl who played what, X-23.
It is X-23. I actually love the fact that she's in makeup and she's actually an alien. I think that's cool. I'm like, oh well, they're playing into this really well. Like they didn't pull out no stuff. They didn't half-ass it. I can say that.
No, it looks good.
Yeah. Very impressed with it. I'm very I'm for the little bit of skippers that we got, I'm very impressed. Getting back to the Padawans again. Okay, so that's everything from there. I think it's a more poster gallery, but it was a new poster, but that ain't nothing. Nice poster though. Really cool poster. Yeah, we already seen these. All right, so that's it for that. And that is StarWars.com. All right, and then we'll go back to your stills. Put you back on the stage. And
now that last one, I know there's a lot of people looking at that Jedi down in the far right corner because from the back,
this one,
it looks like it could be Plo Koon.
I know, right?
Which again, this is what I would like is to say, you know, at some point we see the front and make the assumptions and maybe somebody references him. I don't need them to talk. Just those little threads that tie it together.
Yeah, but I don't like what his species. How long do they survive? Like, I don't know their lifespan.
I'm pretty sure that his species is one that's fairly long lived.
Yeah. Most species are long lived in this universe. So,
cool. Using his Jedi mind trick.
But it was a cool Jedi mind trick because you seen he was pulling and you seen the face change.
Oh yeah,
like that was people aren't appreciating what this shit is, what it is, and it's like, come on, man, like you gotta love this shit. Then there was this whole fucking Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon moment where the karate shit was. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
This is when you can't see it because it's so dark. But when we assume again his former youngling Padawan goes to kick him, and it's just so casual towards like, nope, I got it.
Right.
You can't do that to me.
But then she does like a whole fucking flip and then flips right back. I'm like, okay. Like putting in the work. Same scene.
Yeah.
Same character.
She was talking about the power.
Yeah. And
then we get the red saber.
Dude, that shit came flying across the trees and shit. I was like, oh.
Yes.
And then who is this? Like, who is this? Is this the same character, May? Like, I don't know. Everybody pulls their fucking lightsaber. I was like, oh, this is about to get crazy. Dope.
And then you get that at the end of this when they're all rushing in, there looks to be some sort of explosion. So are they all taken out? I don't know. And I saw somebody else had talked about with that comment about the Sith having or been extinct for millennium. So, again, do all of these characters who experience somebody with a red saber, do they die or do they just explain it away? Like, no, it's not a Sith. They're not. It's just somebody with a red saber. All questions yet to be answered.
Dude,
cannot wait.
Fucking awesome.
June 4th.
Yeah. I'm Ed. I can't wait. Like, I'm hoping it's good as it's as good as it looks in the trailers. I'm hoping it hits. I hope people are like, oh, this is really good. I'm really hoping that. I'm hoping it gets a lot of love. But even if it does, I'm still watching no matter what.
Of course. I mean, we're the
I
Star
don't.
Geeks.
I
We're
don't.
absolutely watching it.
Of course, I don't think. Again, Book of Boba Fett wasn't great, but it was good. It had great moments to it.
Yes.
I don't think any other I don't think that they would push a Star Wars show out that's trash.
No. And again, now Filoni's kind of overseeing the entire universe. So I would think that he's going to kind of put some quality control and try and keep it in line. So,
Yeah. And if they're following books, like, I mean, honestly, I would assume they're following some kind of book.
well, they have canon material.
They'd have tons of canon material. So,
and again, this is a wide open time frame. They can do
very wide.
whatever they want.
We can go Game of Thrones with this shit. like real shit. They can really go Game of Thrones Star Wars style with this thing, man, and really develop a really good core for a couple seasons. Like, you don't have to stop because you have so much time frame in between this shit. You can keep telling stories. So this is the great thing about this is like, yo, you can go from here to Revan. You can still tell these stories within this time frame.
Yeah.
You have a plethora of shit to play with. Like, it's amazing to me. And if no one appreciates that part of it, then I hesitate on people who think that this is a woke thing for Star Wars. Fuck you.
Haters gonna hate.
Fuck you. Like, straight up, man. Yo, stop it. Just watch it and enjoy it, like, for what it is, man. I'm at that point, man. I'm kind of just like, yo, I'm tired of this bullshit. The shit that I'm going through, it's just like, man, fuck that, man. Enjoy this shit for what it is.
So you want to have the Emperor with regards to all the haters?
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Eliminate them.
Please. Gosh, man. I'm telling you, old farts and curmudgeons. Man, shut up. Enjoy your original trilogy shit. I don't care. I love it too, but still, I want to see shit afterwards.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, man. So
we're getting lots of good content. Enjoy it. Be happy.
Yeah. So this week, collectible wise, Regal Robot dropped a new piece amongst.
Oh boy.
I know. I'm not getting it, dude. I can't. I can't play around with this shit no more. Like, I love it, but I can't. It's taking me down a road where I just don't want to go.
All right, let's see what they got.
So this week they released the Klaatu character.
Weequay.
Replay. The Weequay is an older one. But it's running really slow. But it's a signature edition by Ken Rothstein. If you don't know who Ken Rothstein was, he was one of the ILM visual effects guys from the original, and he did a signed signature version. He did two versions. This one's 700, the other one is 399, I think. Really cool piece. Like, I mean, cool sketches. Like, he did a really good job with it. Like, he's giving people the money's worth. There's 18 left in the signature editions. I'm not gonna get this. Like, I don't think I need it. It's cool.
No, it's a nice piece, but yeah, definitely obscure.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen all Regal Robot stuff. I have some of these things, and
they're
really cool. It does go with the Weequay pretty well, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have the Weequay though, but like, I don't know. I'm okay. Like, I think I can tap out of Regal Robot at this point. But
you say that until the next one comes out, that you're
until something really good comes out. I'm pissed I missed the Rancor, but I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I have a Rancor already, so I'm happy with the one I have. But really cool. I mean, they paid homage, and this has got lineage to the original concept. I think if you're a lineage guy, you can definitely jump on board. Again, the $6.99, they're still available, and there is a $3.99 version as well. That just comes with the signature. So
nice.
Cool. Yeah. Hasbro released their new Acolyte figures and some new vintage collection, and they actually released a new cosplay piece. I will share that in a second.
Cosplay piece.
Yeah, it's like the helmets and stuff. Thank you to toyark.com. They gave us some pictures. A new mall holocom figure. I guess they shine. I guess they look, it's cool. They're an action
Are
figure.
these 3 3/4 or 6-inch?
These are 6-inch. These are a 6-inch Black Series.
Cool look to them.
Here are the Acolyte figures from Black Series. Jedi Knight Jordan Fandar. That's such a Star Wars name. It's such a Star Wars name. That's the dude with
Yellow Blade.
Yeah, Yellow Blade.
Who's the one that was commenting about Jedi getting killed?
Yeah. It's cool. Jump, that's too many. They have too many pictures.
Here we go.
It's Carrie Ann Moss.
that was so posing her Star Wars action figure in the Matrix.
Yeah, Jedi Master Indara. That is kind of cool. I didn't even think about what they did, but that's
exactly what
cool.
that is.
That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. They did a good job with that one.
Yes.
Pretty cool. I don't know. I'm curious now how long she's gonna live in this show. If they're not just gonna kill her right away or what.
I hope not.
I hope not either, but Star Wars, you know. Here's this character, Jedi Master Saul, blue lightsaber.
This must be earlier on, because he's the one who was addressing the younglings, correct?
Correct.
So he's got 2 different Jedi robe color schemes. This is the darker yellow, and then he's got a much more lighter white type color when he's addressing the younglings.
Yeah. This is May the Assassin. I'm assuming, this is my assumption, that May is going to turn to the fucking Jedi again. Maybe. I could be fucking wrong, though. It's cool, though. Guess she's the assassin, I guess. Or maybe they're pulling some bullshit on us. Maybe it looks like she's the assassin, but she's really not the assassin.
If this were Legos, they would totally give away everything.
Oh, totally.
Legos are notorious for giving away every character.
Yeah, giving her whole. They may give her a whole Jedi robe. This now this is the cosplay thing. This was Moff Gideon's Mandalorian helmet.
Interesting.
It's cool.
I like the helmet.
It is a cool helmet. I don't need it, but it's a cool helmet. They did a good job. Hasbro really stepping their shit up on it, and I love how it lights up on the on the inside. That's kind of cool, kind of a cool feature. I'm keeping it real with you. Like, that's kind of cool.
It is, but I would want to see what it looks like if you're wearing it and lights on. Because if lights come on, you could see your face.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
No.
I think that really. Oh, some more characters here. Oh, this is Padawan Jeki Lon. Jeki Lon, I guess.
Again, I don't want to keep referring to her as X-23, but that's
she looks so tall. I mean, I watched her in that Golden Compass show on HBO, and she looked tall as shit. So I don't know how short she is now, but again, cameras can tell you anything. But it's kind of cool to see an alien character. Like, that's really cool. Hope she survives. Another again, same Jedi robe. This is 3 3/4.
Yep.
Yeah. Same characters. May assassin. They're having a new Princess Leia figure. I mean,
look at that blaster that she has.
I know, it looks very familiar. Spoiler.
Yeah, I think you should get one of those.
You know what, Ed? I think it's a terrific time to talk about what I got this week. So, thank you, Ed, for spoiling that for me. But it's at the same time, I did get the Master Replicas Princess Leia blaster. Very cool piece. I'm very excited to have it. I'm very happy. This is really an awesome piece. Again, only but what 5 seconds in the original trilogy, but again, really cool. Die cast. I mean, it's a really hard piece. It looks like a real gun. I'm gonna be honest with you. They did a really good job at bringing this to life, and I got it for super cheap. Like, this is a very expensive piece. Like like I got it, and it's cool. Came with a cool plaque. Out of 2,500 made, I got 162. Good no number. The only problem with it, Ed, that it came with, and it does come with a glass case, but the glass on the inside did break, and you see a crack right there.
Oh, on the mirror base.
Yeah, but
That's all right.
I have it up high, so you can't even see it anyway, so it don't even matter.
No.
But again, nice piece to have in the collection. Again, I would never spend how much they wanted for it, but the fact that I got it for super cheap is a win. it's a win.
I think that I feel like some sort of spin-off show, like it's the Star Wars Bargain Hunter.
I feel like
that we need to follow you around with a camera.
I really
find these deals.
I really am a lucky son of a bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you. The shit that I find is just like, oh, how did you get that? Oh, well, I found it here, and I went here, and I got here, and I was here. I was in the right place at the right time. Like,
I was sitting here thinking about something that I really wanted, and then it fell in my lap. How about that?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Yeah, for some weird reason, I guess I got the lucky Star Wars bug. So, yeah, that's really it. I mean, that's really all we talk about this week, I guess. In news and toy news.
That was the focus of the news, was that trailer drop. So
yeah, and we're gonna do a live action. We're gonna do a reaction video for it because we're Star Wars nerds. What else are we gonna do?
Absolutely.
And let's get into the little review of the Bad Batch episode 8. Episode 8 was called Bad Territory, and I wish Alil was here. I really, really do. Miss him. I really miss him so much on this one because, man, he is
miserable. So miserable with this one. He would not like it.
He was so right, though. So right that this episode was just a fucking filler. And I don't know.
It had its moments. There were things that I really did enjoy about it, but I mean, overall, it's probably one of my least favorite that we've seen this season, just because it really, other than a few minor things, it didn't really add anything
right
for this final season.
It's
minor stuff. So
I'm gonna pop it on. I mean, at this point, with Omega, I don't. Her storyline is just like no to me. I'm just like, oh god, just grow her up already. Like I'm. You know what I'm very curious of. At the end of this, will we get this story from? I'm assuming, this is my assumption, that all the Bad Batch will die, and I'm
including Omega.
I'm assuming Omega will survive. I'm assuming Omega will put those helmets at a special place on a special part of the mountain, have all 5 of their helmets together, and then tell her story from there. I'm curious to know how this plays out.
Yeah.
But
now will she retire on this island? What is it? Paku?
I think so. I don't know when we'll ever see her character again in the Star Wars universe after this, but it's a curiosity to me. I'm very like, how do you end this show?
I know.
Do you end it on a high note or a low note?
See, that's the thing, is you figure with where this fits in the timeline, it should get dark. So you would think that most, if not all, of the Bad Batch don't survive. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to change the.
I do like the growing relationship and interaction between Omega and Crosshair.
I do too.
Yeah. And it touches back to like in season 1 because she's having a conversation. She talks about how she knows how he feels with things.
Excuse me.
So I enjoy that part of it.
Okay. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's fast forward to I forgot what his character's name is.
Fee.
Okay. She's telling I'm glad you're here. She's telling them about
Yeah. Well, they were trying to find out what this whole M count thing is. And
Right.
she was asking around. And now this is interesting. And I don't know. I'm trying to remember if we've gotten this before, but she makes reference to Class 1 bounty hunters have been tasked by the Empire to find M count individuals.
Yes.
Have they separated bounty hunters like that before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Did not know.
It's kind of cool because we would know who Class 1. I mean, obviously you're talking about the famous ones you'd know. Obviously Cad Bane, Boba Fett. All of your top level, they're the ones who are getting paid the big dollars to go out and find these M count individuals.
Dengar, Boss.
Maybe, I don't know. They showed up on the Star Destroyer, but I don't know if they're Class 1.
I don't know. I think they would be, but who knows? Then we get to this point where it's now a story about Crosshair. I mean, Crosshair. It's a story with Crosshair and Omega, and now Hunter and Wrecker. So now we splitting the team up, and now it's adventure time. So there we go. And this is where Lil gets pissed.
This is again, it's filler, but the visuals are amazing in this animation. The space station looked beautiful. This bar, which is very much a callback to A New Hope's cantina, not only from the feel of it, but even the characters that are in there.
Yeah.
And there she is, Fennec Shan.
Fennec Shan gets her little guest star role because, we all know who Fennec Shan is, because before, who the hell would have knew who the hell Fennec Shan was as a character? And now all of a sudden she's glorified in the Star Wars universe now. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she's one of those Class 1 bounty hunters.
Yeah. She's so crazy. Star Wars universe is maddening sometimes. But I did find it interesting, it's now this is where the adventure comes in. Oh, well, you know what? If you need this information, then I need you to do something for me.
Yeah.
God damn it. If I was the Bad Batch, I'd be fucking pissed. Like this, I'm like, the Star Wars universe fucking sucks. Everything we gotta do for somebody, and we don't even get a pay. They don't even get a payday from the shit.
And they must be broke. They must have no money. You would think they'd have some, but I don't know.
Yeah, you would think. And now I guess we're getting to that point. So the robot tells Crosshair that it's maybe in his head. There's nothing wrong with
and he loves that concept.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Fast forwarding through. Now we're looking for another character who no fucking idea who this is, but it's a throw-in character to go find and
Siler Saris.
Who the hell is that?
They make reference to him, and actually, it's part of this character ties into what was the video games. I'm drawing a blank on them, but there's a connection between the two.
Okay,
but yeah, again, it's let's go out and catch this one.
Yeah, let's get on a riverboat.
The planet was cool. It had a neat look to it. It was nice that it
had crocodiles, though. I mean, really, crocodiles is all you can come up with.
Yeah,
crocodiles. I didn't care about crocodiles. Like, the landmine thing was cool, I guess.
Yeah, my whole problem with this adventure is once they get through the mines and the crocodiles, it is so dark.
Oh my God, Ed!
I couldn't see anything happening.
Couldn't see shit. Could not. Let's fast forward to this part. It was so dark.
I mean, you get flashes of light, which is kind of
look at that
yeah.
flash of light. Like I'm blinded. Like
It's kind of cool for a few seconds, but there's way too much and it's way too dark.
It
I
doesn't
wanted
make
to go and change the settings on my television.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for an animated cartoon for it to be so dark.
Yeah,
there's no excuses. They're like, these are animated characters. Like, there's no reason for you. This shouldn't be filmed so dark. Just
5 minutes of black screen with flashes of light.
Yeah. So I'm confused by this shit. I love the show, but it's just like sometimes, again, that was my problem with a couple episodes. It was just too damn dark.
Yeah.
So dark.
This was interesting. I do like how when Omega makes the comment of like, you're not going to like this. And he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to like it. And she just is like, well, you don't like anything. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I don't like anything. And of course, the comments about her learning this from Kashyyyk, what was it? Genji was the Wookiee, and him asking these questions and realizing, like, look, they did a lot of stuff. They had a lot of adventures that you were not a part of, which I'm sure is also in his head.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is in his head. And then I love how she learned from the Wookiees on Kashyyyk how to meditate. I thought that was cool.
Absolutely. Again, the little nuggets of things that are really good in an otherwise filler episode.
Yeah, filler episode. It was nice. Like, it was, oh, what a beautiful scene. I mean, I guess.
Meditating with the sunset.
Yeah. And then, like, she fucking, like, she bitched him in this one. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Like, wait, what? We just did all this shit? Like, come on. Nothing.
And then we get this cliffhanger.
Yeah. Who's this going to be? Is it going to be Cad Bane or is it going to be Asajj Ventress?
I'm going with Asajj Ventress.
I'm going with Asajj Ventress too. But Cad Bane does show up in this storyline, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that so the reason why I would go Asajj Ventress is, even though she is we're using the term now, Class 1 bounty hunter, that she does let the Bad Batch know that, when she was hired to go after Omega, she was hired by Nala Se, and it was to keep her safe and away from the Empire.
Right.
And the bounty was called off because they realized that she's safer with them. So it's not a bad guy, evil part that she's taking. And I think she kind of recognizes, because she even had a moment with Omega.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would go to Cad Bane, because that's one of those kind of backstab moments. Like, and again, I'm not saying that she's not capable of it, but she seems to have redeemed herself a little bit with regards to the Bad Batch and Omega. So
yeah, but she did. But she just said, I know where they're located at. You can find them. Like,
well, that's why I'm thinking if it's
I don't know,
Asajj Ventress, and if Asajj Ventress is redeemed, because we don't know where this fits in the timeline, but if she's now has yellow sabers and has stepped away from the dark side, she might be looking for them to help them.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think she's hunting people down. She's still a bounty hunter. She was a bounty hunter before she fell in love. I don't even know what part of the storyline this is even in. Like, is she dead and came back? Like, I don't know.
I hope not. I hope this is before she dies, and I don't know.
Oh, so her redemption's a little bit.
Well, maybe it's she's redeemed. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. She might have
died
and came back.
I don't want any resurrections. When they die, just leave them dead.
I mean, she's a nice sister, though.
Yeah, that's true. And we know how they like to bring everybody back from the dead. They're all about the zombies. All about the zombies.
Yeah, she may have been brought back from the dead. I don't know where this takes place at, but I'm assuming that at some point we'll probably get a Asajj Ventress story next. So we'll see. But I mean, that's it. That was it for the episode. Cliffhanger for next week. We'll see who's hunting them down. See, either Cad Bane or Asajj Ventress, either one. So that really is it. And this was a really short week. Short Star Wars week, but I don't know. What the hell are we gonna do after the Bad Batch? Good lord.
Well, we'll have a span of time from when the Bad Batch ends.
Acolyte.
Let's see when. You see, I have the timeline here. So we get to May the 1st. So we're going to have basically 3 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks of in between.
Oh, we got
before we get and we got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
before Acolyte. And then I'm just also trying to think ahead to where we are now midway through the Bad Batch. So should we expect to about halfway through Acolyte to get our first trailer for Skeleton Crew? Because that is a fall release.
I would assume so.
So
I would assume so.
And then we'll kind of be back in the same thing to where we'll have another 4-week break between the end. I don't know when it starts. June 4th, because they usually go. Well, this was what, February, March, April, and then early May. So yeah, should be about the same kind of timeline before we get Skeleton Crew.
Yeah. So Ed, we said it all.
Yes, indeed.
We did everything we came out here to set. We set out here to do. So thank you for joining us this week. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, do everything good. We will be back here next week to talk about the next episode of the Bad Batch and whatever Star Wars news comes up. We're hoping we get something. Yeah. And thanks for joining us. This is Sean.
And this is Ed.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.